Welcome back to Heritage Conference Baseball Softball Media Day at First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City. Jake Slebodnick here on Renda Digital TV with the Cambria Heights softball team. A pretty good season for the Highlanders last year, 10-7 overall. We're going to start things first with Coach Drew Thomas. Coach, welcome back. Welcome back to the helm of the Highlanders. And after a pretty solid campaign last year, I'm sure you were very pleased, and it set a good tone for this year.
Yes, first of all, thanks for having us back. It's been a good experience. It's a really good experience for the girls. We're really experienced this year. I have 8 returning starters, probably 10 that have a lot of playing time. So we're looking for big things to happen.
It's got to make things a little bit easier knowing you have that depth of players coming back, and they'll a pretty good team on the field for you guys this year.
Absolutely, we're pretty senior oriented this year. We have a great group of girls. Everyone's getting along well, putting a lot of time in. So we're hoping that pays off.
Winning record last year, a good thing to go off of. What are some of the biggest areas of improvement coming into 2025 for you guys?
I think our offense is going to be a little bit better than it's been in the past. Last year we were really young, a lot of first-time players getting playing time. So again, as I said before, we're hoping that that experience that they gained last year is going to help us out this year.
Are you relying heavily on your senior class to help lead the underclassmen and get to where they need to be?
Absolutely, as always, especially with this group of seniors that we have. All the younger girls look up to them. We actually have 4 freshmen on the team this year, and the seniors have taken them under their wings, and they're really showing them the ropes, and hopefully a few of them are going to be ready to help us.
What are some of the things you've been doing here in the off season to fine-tune the hitting a little bit and make sure you guys are in tip-top shape?
Yeah, we pretty much hit every day that we have open gym. Now that we're into the season, we definitely hit. Getting our pitchers a lot of throwing time in the gym. Unfortunately, we've been outside the last 2 days because with the turf now we can get outside a little bit. So we're just looking to improve every day.
What are your expectations for this season? I know playoffs is always on the mind of coaches and teams, but personally, what are your expectations?
Yeah, it's the same as it's been in the past years. We just look to improve every day, and hopefully when the playoffs come around, we're a contender.
All right, Coach, good luck this year. Thanks for the time, and see what you guys do out there on the diamond.
Thanks. Appreciate you having us again.
All right, that's Drew Thomas. Now let's talk to some of the members of the Highlanders here. Today joining us, we have Ellie Bender and Gina Lane. Starting with Ellie, what are some of the things you've been doing here in the offseason to sort of prep your way for 2025?
This year, especially, we started open gym super early compared to previous years, so I would say hitting is what we have mostly focused on for the season.
What are some of the things you've done to maybe fine-tune the hitting a little bit?
Some things I've done personally is worked on the tee a lot. I feel like tee work really sets you off for a good season of hitting, and that's what we focused on a lot.
You've been around the game for quite some time. What are some of the pros of working on that tee to help fine-tune hitting a little bit?
Some of the pros for me personally is I like to lunge towards the ball and drop my shoulders, so the tee work really helps with focusing on hitting the ball straight and not dropping the shoulder.
Defensively, where will we see you on the diamond this year?
Shortstop.
Shortstop. Okay, so a little bit of the leader of the infield here. Talk to me about the infield. What are some of the big things that you notice about the players that are going to be around you here this year?
So the players around me should be the same as last year, which is an advantage in chemistry. Me and then the second baseman, we know how to work with one another, which is obviously good, being the 2 middle infielders are on the team. And again, like I said, it's the same as last year, so I know what I'm working with around me, and I know what they're going to bring with me on the field.
It's one area of improvement for the team. What are some other ones that you've noticed personally and of how this team has grown from last year to this year?
From what I've seen so far from our indoor games is I think we've grown a lot in the hitting area. I think the extra open gym time really helped us. And I think personally myself and then just everyone on the team from last year, hitting we've definitely gotten better at.
What do you think the biggest challenge will be for this team here this year?
I think our biggest challenge will just be, I'd say hitting again. Hitting's always our biggest challenge. I feel defensively we're pretty solid. So if we stick with how we've been hitting, then we should be pretty solid this year.
Awesome. Ellie, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck this year.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And now we'll switch gears and talk to Gina Lane of the Highlanders. And Gina, tell me a little bit about where we're going to see you on the diamond this year.
I'm going to be playing in center field.
Center field, all right. So outfield, a little bit more of a different perspective than, say, shortstop like Ellie is. What are some of the biggest challenges of commanding the outfield for the Highlanders?
I think some of the biggest challenges is just like making sure you track the ball and help the other, like your left fielder and right fielder out, like give them directions and help them.
Throughout the course of the season, is there any sort of indoor drills that maybe you and your outfielders have done to maybe fine-tune what needs to be fixed?
Yeah, defensively, it's kind of hard to do indoor drills for the outfield because the ceiling's so low and it's kind of hard to get pop flies and stuff. But for the most part, whenever we're inside, we work on like turning to our sides and, drop stepping to track balls behind us so we don't really lose them when we're out on the field.
It's interesting, too, because I feel like outfielders, they need to work with infield a little bit more, maybe in terms of relays or, where a throw's coming from the outfield. Have you been sort of working on that as well?
Yeah, we have. We've been spending a lot of work on like making sure we hit our cuts because, throwing is a big part of making sure that we make a play.
What sort of things need to happen this year for you guys to get that next step, first to the Heritage Championship and then through district and state playoffs?
I think we honestly just need to make sure everything's solid. We always have a pretty solid defense. Our offense, I think it's going to be really good this year. We just need to work together as a team and make sure that we get the right foot in the door.
Ellie mentioned teamwork. Is there anything that maybe you've noticed in terms of how this team is sort of trying to tie the loose ends on offense?
Yeah, offensively, we've been doing a lot of T-work, setting up the bow nets in practice, and just making sure we get a lot of swings in, taking it slow, breaking down fine-tuning stuff, and making sure that we get everything right.
Is there any things of work in terms of two-strike approaches, trying to just make contact versus power? Is there anything that maybe you guys are working on for that?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of two-strike hitting, just making sure that we contact is necessary. Make sure we hit the ball, basically.
All righty, last thing I got for you, goals for yourself here this year.
Myself here this year, I really want to, defensively, I'm pretty sure I think I'll be able to be fairly strong, but offensively, I'd like to improve myself a lot better.
All right, last question for both of you. Post-high school plans, college, any sports on the horizon, workforce, what is it?
We actually both just signed for Penn Highlands to play softball. Was that last week or the week before? So that's our plan.
Wow, and signing together, playing at the same school, that's got to feel good for both of you. I'll ask you both of your perspective on that.
So I know Gina came to me saying she was undecisive about going straight to IUP or going to Penn Highlands, so I feel like I persuaded her a little bit in choosing the Penn Highlands route, and that way we could continue our playing career together. So I really enjoyed that. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Ellie and I, we've been playing together for a really long time. In school ball, we've been playing together. We play together in travel ball. So I think it's going to be just basically continuing it. I'm really excited.
Well, that's awesome. Well, good luck this season, you guys. Good luck at Penn Highlands. Make us all proud, and thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right, that's the Cambria Heights Highlanders softball team. We'll have more coverage from Heritage Conference Baseball Softball Media Day at First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City. For the Highlanders, this is Jake Slebodnick on Renda Digital TV.